What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Canelo Alvarez, Oscar Delahoya. Get this. Canelo Alvarez responded on Oscar Delahoya suggesting that he might have devoted too much time to golf before Dimitri Bivol's defeat. And this is what Canelo had to say. Quote, I think it's better to have a love for another sport than other things. What do you think? And this was the picture attached via Michael Benson. As you guys can see, I'm not really proud of this. I don't really like to post this a lot, but this is the picture that was provided. We have Canelo Alvarez looking one way, Oscar De La Hoya looking another way, and of course, the alter ego of Oscar De La Hoya while he's under the influence of whatever he was under the influence of in the middle. Okay, all right, get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get that out of here. So, I would say this. This is either two things. I mean, first of all, this is just reaching, I think, for Michael Benson. And it could mean this, but it's reaching because Canelo Alvarez is implying either two things. Two. One, the picture that we just saw, right? All right, get it out of here. Get it out of here. Or two, other things, otra cosas, right? So it's either his love for drugs, that could mean alcohol, cocaine, or that other thing, right? Which I won't put up no more. And I think one has a lot to do with the other. I think Oscar De La Hoya just doesn't walk around like that. Okay, so I don't think that's him. I think, under the influence means that you're under the influence of something else. Something else is influencing you. So, I think that, Oscar De La Hoya has his own demons, no doubt. Eddie Hearn recently went at Oscar De La Hoya, hey, stay off drugs, kids. Those type of things. But it's going to have to be up to Oscar De La Hoya if he wants help or not. But you're going to have to want to change. And being in situations like that, embarrassing situations, are pretty much the only thing that catapults you to want to change. Because you're convinced like, yo, that ain't me. That shit's embarrassing. I don't want this no more. Therefore, I will change. Well, what does that have to do with Canelo Alvarez? Canelo Alvarez was managed, promoted by Oscar De La Hoya with Golden Boy Promotions for a very long time, a decade, for Christ's sake, a very long time. And he's seen the ups and downs and the spirals and the curves and all that in the road when it came to Oscar De La Hoya with his drug abuse, with his inner demons, with all this addiction and all this drama. He's seen that all. He witnessed that all. He put up with all that. And it wasn't that really made him leave. It was the fact that Oscar just started lying to him. Okay, that's where they fell out. They didn't fall out over all that other stuff. But this is a true case of be careful who and what you say about people, because the people that they know who you are, they will use whatever against you. They will bring up old shit. It might look below the belt. That was a long time that Oscar De La Hoya was walking around like that and parading like that in front of women and all this, that, and the other, and whoever the hell it was in front of women. Okay, so nonetheless, things on the internet will never die. I don't know if Oscar, I know Oscar sees that and cringes. He probably cries. He probably, he feels some type of way about it because that's probably one of the lowest points of his life. Like, seriously. And, but it also shows you that Canelo, okay, and I don't even know if Canelo put this there. I just know Michael Benson did. But those were the only two things that Canelo could be talking about. Okay, so Canelo mentioned those things. The images just were created by the person that posted it, which was Michael Benson. Okay, so I feel that Canelo felt some type of way about him saying that. But then here's the thing. Don't start none, won't be none. See, if Oscar De La Hoya is saying, I think he spent time doing golf more than the sport. And I'm like, well, Oscar, you promoted me for years, dude. You didn't even promote me. What were you doing? That's what Canelo's saying. Like, what the hell were you really doing? You know what I mean? I've walked around, you've had little fucking, snowballs falling out your nose and all that, and you got a vodka in your hand, and, you're trying to talk to me, and, and I'm looking at all this because I don't have that, because I'm observing everything. You think he hasn't seen that type of stuff, that type of activity from Oscar De La Hoya? Then Oscar De La Hoya, he leaves you, and then Oscar gets bitter. I get it. But then, it's like, hey, don't be surprised what people say about you, because they have that, that information about you. They could say a lot of things. I did a video last year about Canelo saying that Oscar De La Hoya was into other things, otra cosas. Okay? Now, the cross-dressing thing was a bit too much, but then again, that's what he did when he was under the influence. And those are the things. I think they went hand in hand. He was too busy partying, getting high, getting whatever, and not really tending to his fighter. Okay, he should have been there when Canelo fought Floyd. He should have been there. That was the biggest fight of his career, and he lost. That was his first loss ever, and Oscar De La Hoya was not there. Okay, so for Oscar to be talking about that, I know Oscar's bitter for losing one of his biggest clients, because that's pretty much the jail of Golden Boy Promotions, Canelo Alvarez. It did make me wonder, like, damn, how are they even staying afloat over there? You got Virgil Ortiz and other couple fighters, but nowhere on the level as Canelo Alvarez. So I get that Oscar's bitter. But you have to understand, Canelo Alvarez is also bitter because he's lost. This man ain't used to losing. Do you remember how he lost to Floyd Money Mayweather? You've seen how he looked. He looked sad, like a little Ron Howard boy that lost his dog. He looked pitiful. So you think he wants to hear that from an ex-promoter? Hell to the no. But anyway, that's my counterpunch on this. You guys tell me what you think. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.